Sounds like an impeachable offense to me.
Yellowstone's mid-season begins with a massive flashback. A fierce brawl breaks out as young Reap defends Teen Beth's dignity, leaving his trash-talking adversary dead. Reap tells middle-aged John the truth rather than concealing the unintentional killing, strengthening their relationship and reaffirming Reap's lifetime commitment to the Dutton family and their sacred land. The situation isn't any nicer in the present, when Jamie and Sarah continue to plan his adoptive dad's death while still barely covered by a blanket. She keeps using the easily manipulated lawyer notebook to persuade him that replacing John as governor and promoting tourism are what will save the Dutton Ranch and the entire state of Montana. Bold political decisions are also being taken in town, where Senator Lionel Perry informs Rainwater that the Department of Interior has authorized a pipeline to be drilled directly beneath the drinking water reservoir of the Broken Rock Reservation. He suggests holding a press conference to protest the proposal, and he begs Perry to invite the governor, whom he believes has been putting his own interests ahead of the needs of the people. Speaking of which, it appears that a sizable portion of Dutton property and, presumably, the cattle that graze there may be brucellosis infected. The disease, which is spread by trespassing bison, could force the state to put the entire herd to death. John decides that the steers must be moved to Texas in order to find figuratively greener pastures. This decision will be extremely expensive and result in the loss of some of John's top cowboys for about a year. Jake, Walker, Teeter, and Ryan are selected by Reap to follow him as he leads the herd. The cowboys feel privileged to have been chosen for the significant journey, but the latter is visibly worried about leaving behind his brand new country singer Love Abby. Reap gives the group $200 so they can have a good send-off at the county fair because he knows they'll be disconnected from the outside world and separated from their loved ones for a long. When John tells Beth about the infected animals, Beth responds that even with healthy cows, cattle ranching is an unsustainable industry. Later on in the day, she starts up her MacBook and starts looking up options. She makes a call to the 4-6's ranch, the same ranch that Jimmy Herdstrom, a beloved character who hasn't been yet this season, moved to with his new fiancée in Texas. The 4-6's makes a ton of money selling its own beef, so Beth suggests to her father that they follow suit. When Jamie returns to town, Sarah and Ellis Steele, a weasel from Market Equities, are waiting for him at his office. They tell him of Beth's agreement to have the Dutton property placed in a conservation easement and inquire about his legal ability to revoke the decision. The villainous three decides that impeaching John is the best course of action because he has opened the door to a lawsuit that might bankrupt the state by supporting Beth's cunning but selfish maneuver. Then, according to Sarah, they will support Jamie's campaign for governor and reclaim our land. The Duttons at least get to take part in the carnival before the storm, with the stage set for plenty of drama to develop in the second half of the season. The group travels to the fair where they indulge in country music, gambling, and even a little bit of romance. While Summer, who is starting to accept the Dutton way of life, and John become closer, Beth informs Reap that she will be accompanying him on the cattle run to Texas. The two enjoy a public kiss despite the potential backlash it would generate, taking their lead from his aide Clara, who is having an intimate moment with a female directly behind them. Ryan and Abby are the only ones not having much fun. When she learns about his year-long journey, she practically ends their budding romance. As the episode comes to a close, Jamie continues to plan John's death. He's practicing a speech where he continually disparages his father and ends by pleading with the audience to vote to remove him from office. He queries Sarah on her opinion. She nods in agreement. "I think it's beautiful," while sporting sexy underwear and a come-hither expression,